All right, gang. Let's get Fey dangerous.
Oh no.
If you're one of us, then roll with us.
So you guys had spent just a quick recap. Spent some time researching into some lore behind um, this Lich Gate or the Dragged Woman or this slough named Knuckletooth, and spoke with Radu to be able to get information from him. There's been many transactions, all in just the few short days you've been at Zobeck. As a reminder for people who are following along on a calendar, you all had arrived back on the 14th, Core's Day, the 14th of Last Leaf. And it is now the 17th, Wolf's Day, of Last Leaf. So you are now over halfway through the remaining, or the fourth month from the end of the year. There's still Rime Trail, Snowfall, and Deep Winter. So this would be September at this point, if you think about it that way. The last of autumn is among you, and you will likely be heading elsewhere, aka possibly the Feywild, right after the winter solstice or autumn solstice. Whatever. What's the one at the very end? Or
Sorry?
it's the winter solstice that marks
Saturnalia?
whatever marks the beginning of winter. Is it the solstice?
I think it's winter solstice.
That's what I thought.
The beginning of winter.
Whatever they call the beginning of winter. So you guys,
Yule.
Yule? Oh, okay.
Yule.
Well, you guys are heading towards the dock district. Am I right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And we decided not to split up.
I think that was a very good idea. Why? Don't ask. But all right, so you are going to the ruins where you believe the slough known as Knuckletooth resides at night, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So you, with your details that you have gathered from stories, old texts, you now know that the slough is a miserable creature of pale gray skin, stringy black hair, and jagged teeth in an oversized mouth. And you guys are all, the scene opens as you are all standing outside. The sun has set for about the last 30 minutes beneath the horizon. And you are standing outside the remnants of a burnt out house. And the shadows themselves appear to shift and wane beneath this rubble pile.
Do you think he's in there?
I hope so.
It'd be awkward if we knocked on the wrong door.
Believe me, I'm not saying this to slight you, but this is the only burnt out house in the corners of the docks district. I wouldn't knock, though. It may knock the actual door off of the hinges.
Oh, shit, but it's kind of rude to just enter, isn't it?
Point well made.
Well, if we can't knock and we can't enter, then I suppose we stand here, twiddling our thumbs.
Ah,
That doesn't seem like the best idea.
yeah, no, it absolutely does. It's a great call.
Oh, you were joking. That's a good joke.
I don't know about you all, but, nose goes?
What does that mean?
Cindy puts their finger to the nose.
I don't
I
understand.
don't understand
Yeah,
what's
sometimes
going on.
Game is not fair for Sin. Sin, I think you have to put your finger on your nose, is what I think it means.
Oh,
You can do it.
okay.
I'll do it last. I don't know what it means, but I'll do it last.
Sin puts his finger in his nose.
Am I the
Pop-
last one?
Poppy goes.
Okay. I go what? I go where? Inside? Oh, I don't like this game anymore. I take it back. Can I go first?
No, I gave you an inspiration. I can't take it back now.
Tendy will help.
Tendy takes out their heart glow lantern
What's
and
this?
just kind of like holds it up to give some light to Poppy.
Whoa. Okay. Well, and I go. This is a good idea. Probably grabs the lantern, starts walking towards the house.
Tendy is going with holding the lantern. This is a gift
Okay.
from Grandpa. Tendy will hold it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. The door obviously is not. It is pretty close to not being on its hinges, but you walk up to the door, and what do you do?
Hello? Push it. I push the door a little bit.
The door kind of, and then as it nears the end of its free swing, you hear, and the one top hinge has broken off, and it continues to fall even more back before it slams against the ground and kicks up some ash and some dust.
I didn't knock, but it still broke.
Inside, it is incredibly dark. Do you have a light source?
Tendies.
You got the lantern? Okay. So I didn't hear that part. Okay. You see a burnt table and chairs. Chairs are definitely more strewn about the ground. You see a couple of holes in the walls where the fire had eaten through, and structurally it still stands. Windows themselves are broken or busted out, and there's a particular corner where you see more shadow than you see anything else. And the shadow kind of heaves.
Normal. I walk in further.
You take a couple steps in. Tendi, as you were following.
Mm-hmm.
As you take a couple steps in, you hear a voice go, "Who's it there?"
Name is Poppy. Did you hear half of that? My thing didn't glow.
We heard
Okay.
it. We heard it.
Okay, good. Yes, Poppy.
What do you want?
We want to talk to you.
Some of the heaving, shadowy mass moves.
Oh.
Austin!
Ah,
Leofson just ran
Oh
away.
God!
I was
It
like,
was Kelly. Kelly was the shadowy mass.
too scary for me, bro.
Sorry, Discord decided it was a time to update.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. Pew! All right. Yeah. Do the rest of you? You guys don't really hear anything from outside, but looks like Tendi, you gesture.
Tendy is gesturing everybody to come in.
Credence obliges.
The Austin will wait till everyone else goes inside.
Leofson runs away.
Okay.
Sin, are you going inside?
Sin is taking up the rear for sure.
Well, Leofston's also taking up
Leofson's
the rear. You
also-
both
so
can't
you
take
both-
up the rear.
We
You both
are
just sit there and stand,
We
arm
stare
in
at each other
arm.
for a while.
You gotta-
You're doing-
chattering
You're
as we.
doing that thing where they
Shaggy
wave
and
each
Scooby.
other. Like, no, you. No,
No.
I insist.
They're both too polite.
Someone's got to fix this door.
Credence turns around with a raised eyebrow. I'm sorry. Are you both scared? And turns back and walks in.
Hosh definitely
Frankly,
has
yes.
entered in.
Leofson stares down Sin.
All right. Well, you two. If I suppose maybe we should at least be on the better side, and you could help put the door back up, perhaps on its hinge with a better nail.
Leofson starts looking around for a nail or something.
I might have a tool.
Wonderful.
You are a tool.
Got
Oh,
'em.
snap.
Hmm.
All right, now you see coming towards you uh a frightful sight. I think I shared it once before in the chat. Um, Before various pictures of drinking and whatnot. There it is. Boop 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 boop. Copy image. Yeah. There we go.
Are we scared of him?
Um, no. It is a deathly sight, but nothing immediate about it strikes fear into you. You take more pity on it, I guess, than anything. And it shambles towards you. What do you wish to talk about?
And this is where I forgot everything about you guys. Carry on. I remember the lady. I don't remember this guy.
So we're talking to him because he helped a student in the consortium to wait, that's the word, right? He helped somebody in the collegium.
Collegium.
Thank you. He helped somebody in the collegium to either learn the ritual and perform it, or learn the ritual. But that student is no longer in the city, so we're going back to the source because he's the one that taught them about the ritual. I'm assuming of opening the Fey roads.
Okay. Is it the Fey Road or the Shadow Road?
I think they're both. I think it's the same thing.
I just
Just
want to
different
make
words
sure
for
I
it.
have it right.
Jordan, we would know this. Is it the Fey Road or the Shadow Road?
You've heard it called both.
Okay.
More so the Shadow Road.
Well, it's the Shadow Road, but it's a Fey Road. Or is it just interchangeable?
I think you might be confusing it with ley lines. There's shadow roads and ley lines, essentially.
They are
Okay.
separate.
Those
Okay.
are separate, yeah.
Well, we need help to open a way to the Shadow Roads then.
And Poppy, important question.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't know why I'm asking. I could look at your sheet. You're speaking in common?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have Celestial and Gnomish outside of Common, so
Then should have gone. Oops. He's outside building the door.
look. All of you guys were doing nose goes, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Why not? I didn't remember the fact that he only spoke Elvish.
Hosh will turn to you guys and go, since it seems that Sin and Leofston are working on that very important door, I could perhaps be your mouthpiece. It
Yay.
it is I suppose he. Remember, we said that it wasn't it. It was probably Tendi that said that we need to speak to it in Elvish.
hmm
He turns
Can
back and mutters, or speaks to Knuckletooth in Elvish, and you see Knuckletooth himself kind of just, kind of, he wasn't in an aggressive stance, but he was definitely more defensive, and he is sort of at that point kind of just settled into currently neutrality.
Can Hosh please ask Knuckletooth if light is bothering Knuckletooth? Tandy can turn light down.
He says that if you could turn it down.
Sandy turns the light down.
And as you turn it down, you see Knuckletooth point and speak some more Elvish, to where he turns around and goes. He says that lantern will, in fact, be rather useful. He remembers a lantern. What should we? What should we do? How do we ask? I'm not a people person, but I suppose I can translate.
You need to know the steps. Exactly. The items that we need, if there are any. The location, if there is one.
The gate.
So, welcome to your second skill challenge. Very wonderfully dreamy music to go along with this.
I like it.
It's
Don't make it spooky. I like it.
it's good. I like it. Okay, so you need 4 successes before 3 failures. I believe it was like last time. There are certain skills in which you are able to do. I will essentially there is 1, 2, 3, 4 basic ones that we can go through first, and you all can pick a representative to be the roller for that skill. And if with those 4 you have not achieved 4 successes, then you guys will need to get creative and figure out ways to be able to appease and gain the information you need from this rather reluctant slough.
Slupla.
Okay, is it called slaw or like
Slua.
Slough.
luash? Got it.
Slough.
Like,
Cold slaw.
like Hua, but Slua.
Slua.
Slu.
I'm not gonna remember that. Anyway, carry on.
All right. First would be to barter with the slough for knowledge. Knuckletooth is open to sharing the particular Fey ritual, and could, depending on how successful you all are, will be able to either perform it to share knowledge if offered a good trade. The options are persuasion, arcana, insight, or perception.
Are Sin and I helping with this since we're outside doing manly man things, or is it just the people inside?
I assume everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
How often is it? 516, so is it a half?
It's about as thick as my fingernail.
I have a 5 in insight and a 4 in
have-
arcana.
I have
Arcana.
a 5 in persuasion. No, I have a 6 in persuasion.
Alright, then that would be
I-
you.
Hosh is not going to participate, as he is going to aid in the translation of.
Okay.
There. What were the
You-
other ones? Sorry, go ahead.
It's persuasion, arcana, insight, and perception. The DC
Okay.
for this is an 18.
Who has the highest arcana?
I have
Yeah.
a +3.
We asked it.
-1.
Sin.
On Arcana?
Yeah.
It's a big fat 0.
Okay, I will be arcana then. I have a +4. Alright, what is the rest of them? persuasion, arcana, perception.
You have
So that
so you have to pick one person for this. They can use persuasion, arcana, insight, or perception.
oh, we don't have to pick one for each.
No.
Mm.
Okay, then just let Tendi or Poppy do the +6.
Persuasion?
Yeah, you have inspiration, so this is a good thing. I do not.
Okay. I'll
I
do.
thought we needed one for each. My
I
apologies.
also read it that way.
No,
so.
there are 3 other ones that I will depending on how things go. We'll go from there.
I'll do persuasion. Do I add anything to it or no?
You would add advantage as Hosh is being his absolutely smoldery, charming self.
With his
Don't be fooled by the rocks that I've
26.
got. I'm still Jenny from the block.
Damn,
26.
Poppy.
You see that shit?
Poppy did not come to
I got a natural
around.
20.
Hell yeah.
19 and a 20 dropped the 19. We don't need that shit. Fuck a silver lining. Only gold,
Good
baby.
job.
You did so well that he will. There's not any information that he requires in trade. He is impressed by your collaboration with Hosh to craft the perfect persuasive, uh, you, you know,
Mhm.
you persuaded the pants off of him. He wasn't wearing pants. Moving on. That is one success. Very well done. Next could be searching the Slua's lair. That could be again. I don't really believe that a persuasion check could be used, but it's there. Even though we just used it. Stealth, Arcana, History, Investigation, or Perception. This is an easier one, only a DC 13. But you can
I have a 6 in stealth.
I have a 8 in history
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty damn good.
Damn.
and a 5 in perception.
we'll go ahead and roll that history.
I have a 6 in perception, and that's the best I can offer.
Since this is just a searching of the Slua's lair, Hosh it's not really speaking to the to Knuckletooth. But I would say one of you can forego going to give Tendi advantage.
I will. I mean, she's got an 8. That's pretty good.
They know the pants off of history. They are lousy with history.
I believe in her rolling high.
Me too.
Oh god, don't do that.
Okay. You find some wonderful information about the lair. There is you recognize that there are face symbols in graffiti that's drawn in and around that match up this ruined house. And this is because Shadow Fae naturally are just a topic of particular interest to a group of Collegium students. But you notice that there's a bit of art that is not badly burnt, but it's not a painting that would have gone up in flames. This is a wood carving mural on one of the walls that remains in relative good condition. Upon you examining it, Hosh kind of translates what Knuckletooth says as he's describing this mural. He goes, I don't know why they call him Knuckletooth. I'm sure he had a name. This ritual, he says, according to what you're looking at, Tendi, it requires a sacrifice, a confession of lost love or betrayal. Without this sacrifice, the ritual itself will not work. A confession of lost love or betrayal.
Well, that counts me out, I guess.
Can I ask, what did we get from the first one?
That he was going to perform and show you the ritual.
Okay.
So that way you guys could be able to use it, or, it is mentioned.
Prudent.
It's
Sorry, go
mentioned.
ahead.
It's mentioned that it obviously if he does it here, it's not going to actually do anything.
Prudence very, very uncomfortably, with one of her arms like wrapped around her middle, raises her other hand and says, I can do that sacrifice.
Are you certain?
It's fine.
I could also do it.
Yes, we all seem to have some sort of bad thing that happened to us back in our youth, so I'm sure we all could be able to equally share something horrible or tragic that happened to all of us. We're
Oh,
so.
then why
Think I
don't you
can.
do it, Hash?
I'm
That's
saying
such
I'm
a good
fine.
point. No, you can go ahead. I mean, you're obviously volunteering.
You trust me to be able to complete this ritual for you.
Oh no. Does Prudence trust Hush? This is the rock and the hard place.
I'm giving you all a moment to stop Prudence from laying into Hash.
Please hold. Give me a second to see what I have. Girl, you think I'm playing?
We're about to get all more Popa jumping here.
God, I wish I still had sleep.
No, Pru don't want sleep. Pru want fight.
Tendy will use Mage Hand to make a cat's paw and gently rub Prudence's back soothingly from the other side of the room. It ain't
Shoot.
much, but listen.
I'll take it. She stops bristling. Your tail stops freaking out. She turns around and goes, crosses her arm.
Well, I believe we have whatever is needed for this sacrifice well in hand. We don't know where it's, and we know that we're going to get how to do it. But I believe the last thing we need to really know is any other items, maybe, that might be something about the spinning lantern you said earlier. And where? This is a part where the Sluagh perhaps maybe is being a little more reluctant to give information, noting the sudden hostility, not my fault, in the room. I'm kidding. Sorry, sometimes Hosh just comes through me. So this would be to intimidate the Sluagh for knowledge, for more knowledge. This would be either a Arcana check, History, Insight, Charisma, or Stealth, and some of them are dependent on DCs. So once I know who's doing it, I'll tell you the DC. Again, it's Arcana, History, which I don't think we can do History again, Insight, Intimidation, or Stealth.
Leof,
Go ahead.
go ahead. I would say Leofson has a 4 in intimidation.
I have a 6 and stuff.
I could help in stealth.
Mm,
With blessing of the trickster.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna be so tricksy.
Who she uses for good?
I'll allow it.
Hell yeah.
Normally, I would want everyone to try to at least participate in some degree, because if it were just the skillful people doing the skill challenges, then it would always be successes. You gotta leave it. You gotta leave it to the big burly boys and women to occasionally throw a success or a failure in there just to feel the tension.
Spice it up.
Mm-hmm.
I have anxiety. I would rather not.
Am I rolling with advantage?
Yeah, you would have advantage. You have advantage for the next
The
hour on stealth related
the
checks.
DC is an 18.
Oh, there you go. I just beat it.
19.
Ooh da
Nice.
lolly.
I sneak around behind the side and give him a little smooch on the cheek.
Yeah, it's real intimidation.
I'm stealthy, not intimidating.
All right. You find out that there is, in fact, you managed to intimidate the Sluagh to reveal that the proper site is beneath the pier, which is not too far away.
Is this the site of the lantern, or is this the site for the gate?
This is the site for where you are to traverse through to get to the Shadow Road.
Is that the gate?
It is not the gate. Okay. Where's it at here?
I see. Okay.
Yep. Okay, the last one is more needing to search so at this point, I mean, you got the information. The Sluagh Knuckletooth shows you how the ritual is performed, mentioning the need for a lantern. The ritual is called the Ritual of Memories Lost. It is an enchantment spell of 4th level, usually. The casting time is 1 minute. The components are verbal, somatic, and material, a small pastry. During the night of a new moon, you bleed upon the pastry component during the ritual. At the end of the casting time, you must make an Arcana check against a DC equal to 10 plus the target's charisma modifier. And on a success, a humanoid target who willingly touches the pastry loses a memory from its life. The target chooses the memory that it gives up. I will copy and paste this in the thing. You infuse the memory into the pastry, and memory remains potent as long as the pastry remains fresh, usually for 2 days. Unless measures are taken to keep it from going bad. A creature that uses its action to consume the pastry permanently gains the memory as if it had experienced it originally. The target of the spell sacrifices the memory, losing it forever, and only a wish spell or similarly powerful magic can restore it. There is that one. Oops, that's the ritual for the other lady. Forget I said anything. The ritual that you need to know is tread the Niflheim Road.
Wait, so we don't need to do the pastry thing?
Nope, you don't have to bleed on no pastries for those who don't like blood.
So we don't have to
They
lose
wrote
the
that all
memory.
out.
That's too bad.
Sin's like, but that was my minor. I wanted there to be blood. All
To
right.
make to lose the memory of this thing. I apparently lost the memory of how to make words happen.
Just put it in a pastry, it's fine.
Words do be doing that sometimes. All right, so tread the Niflheim Road. This is a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and paste it real quick. And then you can follow along.
Words. It's 8 o'clock.
No.
It takes.
I can't read.
I'll read it.
Oh.
Illiterate.
Shh, okay, stop. Let me read it. It takes an hour to cast. There is no. The material component is a lantern on a chain and a sackcloth bag. No, it's not used. The duration is 1 minute. You can use this spell to open the entrance to a portion of the Niflheim Road, known more commonly to non-Fey as the Shadow Road, or the Fey Road. The spell permits travel to designated locations within the Shadow Realm, and the starting point in the mortal realm must be the site of a murder, a suicide, or other significant tragedy. If you are in the Shadow Realm at the end point of a Shadow Road when you cast a spell, it opens a portal to the corresponding location in Midgard. When you are in a suitable location, you spin a lantern and lift it in and out of a bag of sackcloth, creating alternating light and shadow. At the end of the casting time, you must make an Intelligence Arcana check, and on a successful check, a 20-foot radius shadow portal opens onto the Shadow Road for 1 minute. If you fail, you could take some cold damage and at 1 level of shadow corruption. And you have disadvantage on any further Intelligence Arcana checks to cast a spell successfully until you finish a long rest. While the portal is open, any creature that enters the portal from either side appears at the other location 1d4 hours later, along with anything the creature holds or carries, though to the creature it seems as no time has passed. The creature travels with several others that will arrive in the same round and in the same sequence that they entered the road. The destination of the road is always set when the portal opens, meaning the small variations of the spell exist that connect different starting points and destinations. You can spontaneously change the destination during the casting under certain circumstances. Those with Fey blood can change the destination of the Shadow Road by making an Arcana check with disadvantage. You must have visited the new destination before and not merely heard of it. A bartered memory is also sufficient. Any number of creatures of any size can use the open road. The only limitation is the number that can reach and move through the portal before it disappears. Certain roads are guarded, others lead only one direction. Anyone standing in the vicinity of either side of the portal sees a foggy road through a forest, but gets no hint of the destination. So, this, to all of you, including, more importantly, you magic users, you know that this is a powerful ritual that is more than likely something outside of your level to be able to cast. You also know that in order to do so, you would likely need to travel by a boat, a small, tiny, like, think big canoe or rowboat, under the pier, as this clearly would be the mark of an area that has seen suicide, murder, or other tragedies. Now, the last thing you would need is to search for clues around the pier as the last and final potential thing for this skill challenge. To do so would be either we can't do stealth, Arcana, Perception, or Survival.
I guess I could do it if you. I could take a look.
What's the skill and what's the modifier?
It's gonna be perception
At what?
+6.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good.
Tendi can help if you need help.
Okay. Everybody's rolled really good, so I assume that this is gonna be a bad one.
Perception is a DC 18 is what was needed.
Okay.
We have
I
I
just
help
use it.
so.
Hmm?
I
Or
help.
you help,
Oh.
so that's
Okay.
okay.
Go ahead and
So
roll.
let's do it again.
Yep. Make sure you remember, if you have advantage, use that advantage. There you go.
Hey,
There
good
is.
job.
All right. So at the end of this, you clearly know when, how, and where, and with what this ritual needs to take place. But again, there's clearly a few bits to this spell that may or may not cause you an issue to get there. But the good news is, if you fail the check, you just you have whoever does the Arcana checks would just be, you could try it again the next night, and the next night, and the next night. So you find yourselves around the pier when you piece all of this together. You left the Sluagh at his domicile to rot for all eternity. Boo-hoo.
Leofstein.
Hmm.
I'm kind of worried about the door. I mean, it wasn't up there very good. Do you think it'll be okay?
I think we did a good job. We did what we could.
Okay.
We could revisit it.
As long as you're confident, I guess.
Oh, we could revisit it another time.
I think we made a new friend. I should send him a pie. Do you think he could have pie? I think he's a ghost.
Can you make a
Ghost pie.
Ah,
Hey.
yeah.
Does that mean you'll have to murder the pie?
Mm.
You could
And
maybe.
he
has heard ritual that involves bleeding on pastry.
That's
Or
disgusting. Who would do that?
Tendi forgot the rest.
Sorry, Laughston, go ahead.
you could leave the pie out, and one of us could just happen by and murder it, and then you could give him the spirit of the pie.
Hmm. I was trying to come up with a joke, but all I could come up with was serial killer, but it's a pie.
More on the point, I'm not sure if some of you have a better understanding of the arcane, but I don't believe, demigods or not, we have the ability to be able to cast such a ritual.
Does that mean we need to hire somebody?
That is definitely a potential.
But I thought, wait, who could even do that? I don't know anybody. No one comes to mind.
Well, the guild has those mages who open portals.
All right.
It'd just be a different kind of portal.
Are they red wizards, or am I thinking about the D&D movie?
Yes, to both.
Yay!
Although these red portal wizards are not the red wizards of Thay, like in the D&D movie.
I'm coming. Oh Lord, I'm coming.
What?
Teddy wrote everything down and can also, if we need to, take it to the library and see if some of your
Oh,
I'm not pushing the right button. Tendi wrote everything down and can take it to the collegium so that if we can't find somebody that can do it, or if we have to like charge money to this red wizard or whatever, Tendi can find somebody potentially at the collegium. So that's another option.
That's true. Teddy's got some contacts over there.
Yeah.
that's what we like to call in the business a hookup.
Wouldn't Beckett be a hookup? He knows wizards that make portals.
That's potential.
That's how he went to the cold place.
Those are the red wizards we're talking about. Or are they like hired from the like collegium to work in the guild, or do they work in the guild?
You haven't actually really done any sort of looking into why or how Beckett managed to get a hold of red portal wizards. But you could probably guess, as far as your time here, that people from the collegium would be able to, perform these services at a cost. It's like, it's like getting a plumber to come fix your stuff. You get a master to come in and work on your toilet.
Oh, so we just have to look in the yellow pages.
The scroll pages. There's also, for those who do cast magic, if the spell were to be put onto a scroll, you guys aren't hearing like a whole bunch of wind in my microphone, did you?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. It's just the kettle making noise. Um, for those who do cast magic, you can put the spell on a scroll. You can then be able to cast, if it is on your potential spell list, but it's of a level higher than you can normally cast, you would make an ability check using a spellcasting ability to determine whether or not you can cast it successfully. That being said, Hosh does bring up a point of, I don't know, I don't know who we want to be able to trust with such information. Tendy's quite capable and is quite a smart individual. Perhaps if we can get it written down, then they would be able to cast it. It's risky.
Tindy leans over to Poppy immediately and goes, "Psst, Pete,
I think Skylar's fixing her mic real quick.
Tindy leans over to Leofston.
Yes. Yeah, like he does the whole of like crouching down next to Tendy so they can actually reach his ear. Yes.
Couldn't really hear that.
Hotch thinks Tendy is smart.
Well, he's correct. We all believe you are smart.
Tendy could try this.
Are you certain? Is it worth? Which risk would be? Is it worth the risk either way of having someone else know where we're going, or risking whatever harm may come if it is not performed correctly?
Well, most of it is something that could just be, if it was not done correctly and the risk is some damage and potentially shadow corruption, which, well, that is a thing.
What is shadow corruption?
Well, I'm not
Momo.
I'm not particularly knowledgeable quite myself, but it is possible that corruption in the shadow realm uh, corrupts those who perhaps maybe aren't native to it. Uh, there are sort of effects that happen if there are those who are corrupted. I don't exactly know what, and I don't know how severe it could be, but I do know that it can be removed. So, most of it can either be a week of rest, um, or if we know somebody who's able to dispel evil and good.
I don't want that to happen to Tindy.
I, I don't believe that it would. They are quite a capable individual. To be able to make this cast a spell, they were telling me they are a bard of creation. I feel that uh, I feel that all of us uh, should play to our strengths.
Hmm. We should play to our strengths, but we should still consider the risks of our members.
Well, I told you the couple of ways I know to be able to remove shadow corruption. I don't know how else better to be able to assist?
What sort of risks do you see having someone else know about the ritual or performing it for us?
Well,
The
clearly we've gone through a lot just to be able to get the ritual itself. It's not very. Oh, I suppose. Hold on. Didn't they want you to be able to record the ritual via the library?
Yeah.
Then I suppose a good memory is what saves our friends from potential shadow corruption. We are so good with memory.
You're so good memory that the TM on his character has to remember facts for
I
us.
was wondering about that because I literally did just say Tandy said that they were going to get it for the librarian so they could bring it and then get someone to do it.
Uh,
So it has been brought up.
okay, yeah. You might have to tell me twice because when I'm in Hosh, I'm only listening to my own beautiful voice. All right, well, I guess that settles it then. I will. I think we solved it. Is there anything else we need to do tonight? I have somewhere I can be.
Are we keeping you from something?
No.
Is it fun
Yes.
Can
For
Tandy come?
you, or would I think it's fun too? I was also gonna ask if I could come.
Can Tandy and Poppy come?
He looks over at Sin, Leofston, and Prudence. I suppose.
And just nods.
I suppose that means we're going to. He looks down at Prudence.
That is absolutely what that means.
I don't think it actually means that, but if you want to come along, you could ask. Where are you going, by the way? Because there are some places that Tindy and I are not allowed to go.
Like where?
Looks to Tindy. You have the list.
There's a list?
The things that your dad said not to do.
Take
Like,
out a scroll falls to the ground, rolls across the floor.
we're not supposed to drink. We're not supposed to go to the. This is not a Poppy thing. I'm forgetting what it's called. The place that old man wanted to go to.
Bravo.
The
The
broth.
brothel. We're not supposed to go to the brothel. I think that's it. I
Is
don't
that-
remember.
You've done all those things, though.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to anymore.
I think this list was after our previous adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is that a list for all of us or just for Tandy and Poppy? Because we've already broken a few of those already.
I think it's just for Tindy and Poppy, but you know, you could add yourself on there if you want.
I could, but I will not.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Well, I guess we all will be going.
Where are you going?
Uh well, perhaps how about you all grab something to eat? You might need food in your stomachs for
Where are we going?
It's somewhere in the lower part of Zobeck. It's not one that I often find myself in often, but
Ash likes to go clubbing.
You know, normally when I say, where are you going? I expect an answer like, oh, I'm gonna go to my house. Or, oh, I'm gonna go to insert bar here. And you're really just like not giving a straight answer, huh, bud?
yeah, you know, that's probably because I don't want people who are around at this point in time being able to overhear, you know,
Does Hush not know message?
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh my god. You don't
Hang
know
on.
message? Oh my
If we get something
guy.
to
Am I gonna
eat,
waste a spell slot on this? Yeah, it's nighttime.
we should go
Message
somewhere where they serve a good meat pie.
message is a cantrip.
Tendi is gonna look at Hosh and point at Hosh and cast a message.
Okay.
Hash has 30 words to tell Tendi where Tendi is going.
I'm familiar with the spell message. It's only
Stop.
25.
Stop. 30 words. Tell Tendi where Tendi is going.
It's 25, and it's the Silk Scabbard.
Stop.
Where did
Where did he say?
Silk Scabbard.
That's
Oh,
right.
we've been there before.
After he corrected you on the number of words that could be said in a message spell, he mentions the Silk Scabbard.
Is it
Which
that where we
one's that
found
again?
what's her name?
Ileana, yes. And that's
Ileana.
where you
Isn't
made
that the
buddies.
brothel?
Oh, that's right.
We're
I
not
made
supposed to
friends.
go there anymore.
Well, Tendi
No,
and
Tendi
Poppy aren't
is
allowed to
friends
go
there.
there.
No, all of us aren't supposed to go there anymore. We were very, very warned never
Oh,
to come
you're
back.
right. We were not to go back.
I thought it was just to stop the search. I didn't.
Hang
I
on,
don't-
hang on. Let me look it up.
Are we banned from the brothel?
We got to the Silk Scabbard, and there were 3 people with crossbows. Tendi was nice to the 3 guards. They let us in. Gregory brought your earrings. Mara fought Patrick. Patches was approached by some people at the bar. The bar regrouped at the table and left, passing a group of 8 people on the way in. One of the men kind of threatened us. Everyone played stupid.
What do you mean played?
But to say it's over best step.
I mean, the whole business is over, and we've played pretty low. I think it'll be fine. Besides, we're demigods now. What are they gonna do?
We could go undercover.
Then we met Sergeant Hendrick. Was he the one that told us not to?
No.
No.
It was a group of tieflings.
Yeah, it was like the
Oh, it was the Cloven 9 people. Yeah.
It's like that was their bar. That was like their little their headquarters or something. Kind of.
Listen, here's where we're at, guys. Let's take a vote. Do we want to get drunk and beat up Ileana's ex, or not?
Prudence is gonna go wherever the littles go.
My inner feminist is really
Maybe
wanting
they
to.
forgot. Maybe it's been enough time that they just forget it.
No, we certainly forgot it. Of course, they forgot it too.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how that works.
Oh yes, I loved being hunted down for sport. Can't wait for it to happen again.
Oh, hush! Have you ever been hunted down for sport?
I can't say that I have.
Good for you.
Yeah, go me. By the way, I can learn message. I just have other particular preferred
It's okay. You
cantrips.
have other priorities. It's fine.
Correct. I do have other priorities.
It's okay to be embarrassed you don't know message.
That'd
Do you
be
know
awfully
message, Brew?
presumptuous that I am embarrassed.
Brew,
I
do you
don't
know
need
message?
No, I don't need to know message. I know.
You don't?
I deliver messages with my fists.
Oh,
That's not the message that everyone needs.
I'm so mad that I didn't write that guy's name down, but let you all be pleased. I did write down the name of the older sex worker that sounded like she smoked a pack a day for 50 days, and her name was Cherie, the ugly one.
we do need to make a stop at a quick shop that might be open even this late. I need to buy a small
Wait.
notepad and pen.
Why are you going to a brothel?
I didn't know it was a brothel.
No, Hash, there are bets there.
Yes,
Oh.
it's gambling.
Oh, you're a gambler.
No, sometimes.
Okay.
But I do need I really do think I don't want to write it in my spell book. Perhaps that would be a bit well, it'd be a waste of good paper, but I do need to buy a notepad and a pen to write down, at least keep a tally of every time that there's a typical fighter pun being used in this group.
You're gonna need more than one.
I know, that's why I'm grabbing a notepad.
It doesn't look like you're grabbing a notepad.
It looks like you're closing the blinds.
I am. I don't want people to see.
Shut them blinds and turn the lights down low.
All right. So, you guys, are you guys in fact going to go with him to the Silk Scabbard?
The Austin is at least.
I I have a really easy way for Kosh to get out of the scene. Everyone's like,
Yep.
Prudence wasn't gonna go, but then the fucking girl was like, "Go hi, we'll follow you to the end."
The end of what?
Tendy just heard it was somewhere fun. Tendy
yeah.
did not even think brothel. Tendy heard fun and went, yes, Tendy wants to go. And then heard Silk Scabbard and then just went, huh, Tendy has friends there. Tendy should check in on Tendy's 3 nice friends, guards with crossbows.
For Prudence, anywhere that Hosh is does not equate to fun.
that's fair.
She is on bodyguard duty.
Okay. Well then,
Tendy will not go inside.
all right. Well,
Oh. Tindy, can you introduce me to your friends? Yes, Tandy does not remember friends' names, but probably does canonically.
Okay.
It's okay, Tindy. I have to write down all of my best friends' surnames, or else I'll never remember them.
I wrote down a bunch of names, but I didn't write down who they were, like Atson. Maybe that's one of my friends. I don't know. Tamalius Druseldorg, some rich history man with a potbelly and a lot of money,
Oh, I
knows
love
history and
tamales.
adventuring.
Hmm.
And then we found Black and Red Robe Man, hot, threatening, Angie's type, probably evil, a member of the Cloven Nine.
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
So we all have a reason to go.
We all have a reason to go.
okay.
Prudence only has one type now.
You hear?
Yeah.
You hear? Only one type until another one comes that's much more intriguing.
No.
Okay, well, challenge accepted.
Ride or die.
Safe babe.
All right, so for those of you who do not remember, there is a one particular entrance to the Silk Scabbard. The general public area is the first floor, the ground floor, where there are some tables, a couple of booths that do offer reasonably private conversations. There is the fighting pits, 2 sturdy metal rails encircle these 20-foot square, 12-foot deep pits with sand for floors. The lower bar doesn't offer any other food other than salted nuts, but offers drinks at standard prices. And then, of course, there's the back rooms.
The back rooms. Wait, what?
Garfield, no. You can't go back.
Oh, they call them the comfort rooms.
Oh.
These rooms offer beds that fold down, simultaneously barring the door from opening. Each room belongs to a specific, and some contain a secret door leading to the service passage. You are all familiar with this. You haven't really gone to look at the upper floor at all. But sure enough, that is where you find yourselves after Hosh has talked you guys into going up to the top. There is a rail that overlooks the fighting pit area and the lower bar. The bar itself, all these tables and chairs, like imagine when you're coming into the Silk Scabbard, you've got booths and tables in the lower bar, and then the fighting pits are way in the back of this rectangular building. To your left, there is, just between the stairway going up to the second floor and the bar is the the hallway that leads back to the rooms. Um, and up on the second level, above where those rooms are, is the more elite type of bar with a lot more round tables and chairs, a smaller but more refined bar that is it does have storage that's kind of behind it. Um, there is a stage in the far back corner, and there is, looping back around, seems to be an office door that is currently closed and private. Um, there are comfort rooms up on this floor, only four of them, or three of them. However, these don't have, or no, they don't have secret doors, but they still have doors. Still very important. Privacy is still important. And you find yourself sitting around as you all have at least sat down and found your seats.
Can Prudence see the fighting ring from here?
No. You can though. It's not that far away. The rail that you can go kind of look over. It's like one of those. It's a stand-up rail, so it's got like this big plank of wood and a little like 2x4 lip that prevents things from just being cat pushed off the side and falling down to the second floor.
Andy puts their hand down miserably.
Um, so just a guardrail that has enough room for maybe a drink or two. Um, that stretches for, God, it was what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, about 110 feet. Well, um, you all seem like you have history here. Why don't you tell me that first to start? You all are very awkward with your facial expressions right now.
Sorry, what was the question? I was laughing at what Katie posted.
I'm ruining everything tonight.
Um, you all seem You all mentioned you were here previously, and all of the awkward looks on your faces. I'm curious to hear, perhaps maybe an icebreaker would be why? Why were you here in the first place?
Well, at one point, we had an old friend named Mara. She almost killed a guy here.
True.
Wow,
He looked pretty rough when he was old. He's missing some
You are
teeth.
here solving a mystery.
Okay, those are.
Tendy does not know if Tendy should go into details while still in building.
Well, murder and mystery oftentimes do go together, believe it or not. Although,
Has Sasha ever murdered anyone?
We didn't mention murder.
Oh, he did say that Mara almost murdered a guy.
That was an
no,
almost murder.
no, I must have heard the omission of the word almost. I believe Sin said that Mara killed a guy.
No.
Oh.
She fought down in the pit below and
Metaphorical murder.
emotional reputation murder.
His pride was murdered.
True.
Oh, maimed. Oh, I've maimed tons of people.
Emotional damage.
But no, oh, interesting. Was this for fun, or was this part of the mystery?
I think that one was just for fun.
While we were here anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
He was a white man.
No,
No.
this is how Mara says it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a very interesting individual. Were they also a...
I don't know.
Yeah, you could tell that by the way that he says kind of looking at Tendy, and Tendy kind of coming back. If those who don't know want to know, roll an insight check.
And just says, yes, she was a centaur.
Poppy might know something. Oh my god.
I will DM you.
20?
There you go.
Holy
Yeah,
frick.
20 will 20 would allow it. The 11 and 12 unfortunately would not.
Oh. Okay.
Oh well, quite interesting. Uh, I suppose since you all graciously took me up on the offer to come here, although I wasn't expecting it, I can go ahead and buy a round of drinks.
It's very generous of you.
Well,
Sin's eyes get huge.
well, the
He's
drinks,
very, very interested.
well, the drinks are cheap here, so don't think my charity is, um, the word escapes me.
Your
It's a
charity is
Monday.
generous.
Tandy puts both of their little paws out. I need to turn on my camera for this. This is so stupid. Teddy puts both of their little paws out by Hash's face and goes,
What's the word?
What?
and then they release their two hands and go, word.
Generous! Oh my god, I didn't actually think that would work.
Poppy's eyes go so wide, like, that works? Why
If
hasn't Indy done this to me before?
if that actually is a spell, you absolutely must teach me for what I have taught you. I only think it's fair.
Andy can teach us message.
If only if you can write it down. He kind of pats underneath
She's
his
teaching
vest.
Cindy.
Oh, I caught this bugger at the Collegium watching me a little while back.
Andy
Actually,
allowed
yesterday.
Tandy to be caught.
That makes sense. Can Hosh teach Poppy too?
Uh, I could. What would you like to learn?
I want to learn how to be a proper person with a lot of manners.
Oh my gosh. I don't. Oh, of course. I don't mean to offend when I say this, but
Mm-hmm.
that's an absolute mandatory thing. I will have to be
Well,
able to
yeah.
instruct all of you if we are to, in fact, go to the Fey Court. Some of us. I'm not going to name any names, but my nose certainly does itch, and he points over at Prudence. Probably don't have the ability to hold their tongue, and they're going to need to.
At that, Leofson puts his arm around Prudence to keep her from doing whatever Prudence is about to do.
You can tell he's doing it on
He is doing it on purpose because he's riled up.
Yes. Also, Leofston, I've heard a little bit. You don't need to be holding her tongue.
I'm not holding her up.
Not yet.
Gross. That's disgusting. Anyways,
I think that's something that you shouldn't do in front of people. That seems.
I have heard that the following. I have apparently this place serves banana water, coffee, butterbeer, ale, bourbon, and I was told to come not only tonight. They have a special tonight. The Tamaranian Tanqueray and Zorkaberry tonic.
I wonder how old the banana water is.
Uh,
There's a lot of T sounds. I don't
I-
remember
If
any.
if they have a fresh, if it's fresh, then I wouldn't mind. But if it's a couple of days old, it's not so good.
I suppose we could ask. There's somebody that comes by. She's youthful and not in. She's well covered up, clearly a staff and not. Uh, you know. And she comes by and she will tell you, yeah, the bananas are certainly fresh. Um, clearly, Tyron wouldn't want it any other way. Um, and then who all wants what, just so I know what to take out.
Can you say it one more time? I was laughing too hard about the horniness.
Oh, okay. Um, Yes, when I think corny, I think laughter. Yeah. No.
The tonic one. The tonic one was so many words that it took the rest of the words out of my head.
Okay. Banana water, coffee, butterbeer, ale, bourbon.
Ale. We also will order ale.
Sin will ask for a banana water as well as an ale.
Okay.
Prudence orders 3 ales.
Okay.
Tandy will not order anything to make up for Prudence's 3 ales.
No, god damn it, no. Prudence
feel like-
orders a banana water as well.
Poppy doesn't order anything to make up for the banana water.
Prudence orders 2 banana waters and 3 ales.
Poppy puts down money to help.
Tandy will take the swear jar money, look Prudence dead in the eye, and slide it over to Hosh.
That
Like,
was for Sid's
mm,
college fund.
I'm sorry, waitress, just 1 ale.
Tandy will take the money back.
She scratches back out the pad of paper that she has written 3 ales, then 1 banana water, then 3 ales, and then 2 banana water, and then back to 1 ale and a banana and 2 banana waters.
2 ales, 1 for Leosta.
Oh my. Okay.
No, he ordered 1. You only had 1 ale on there, so it's 2 ales, a banana water
Total.
for Sin, and then oh wait, did you get a ale too?
You're
Sin?
lucky I'm not already drunk.
I'm sorry, I just tried to help.
Yeah. Hosh goes ahead and orders a Tamaranian, Tanqueray, and Zorkaberry tonic.
I want to know
wasn't
that
on the
shit is
list.
so bad. What does it do? Do we know?
No.
It doesn't say on the menu? They have a special.
Yeah, that's the name. They don't say what it does.
Sounds very sweet.
Tandy will get that. Curiosity killed the cat.
So another 2 gold.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sitting at 8 silver, 15 silver, 16 silver, 14 silver, 4 gold. Skylar, was your order also to be separate from what I've already added up so far?
I don't understand the question.
Okay.
She didn't order.
That's fine. Okay. So the waitress goes ahead and leaves and comes and will come back with the order. He goes, I don't know. Are you all wanting to gamble, or were you just here for the spite of it?
Please, that it was fun, so I came along.
I guess I'm really willing to try anything once. I haven't gambled, so maybe you could show me.
Have you tried sobriety?
Oh god.
Hosh looks between Poppy and Maya and Sin like a child between
And
two.
Maya, the character,
between,
the actual guy.
as a child looking between 2 parents arguing in front of their child.
I like to imagine it was like, as he's looking, it's like Sin, Poppy, Maya, Poppy, Sin. Like, Lee Austin kind of glances at the fighting pit. He's thinking about fighting instead.
If Leofston fights, then who is Tandy going to give the rest of their drink to?
They can still give it to
Poppy.
Austin. He'll just in the
Give it
ring
to
and
Poppy if you didn't order anything.
Yes, Tandy and Poppy can share this drink.
Poppy got social anxiety and forgot to order.
I was gonna order her a butterbeer, but then Prudence is nonsense.
I took it back.
Yeah, and then the
Why is
waitress had
it
just.
my nonsense?
Then I felt bad for a
take it on
fake
Prudence.
waitress.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
I was like, I don't want to order anything because then she'll have to write another thing down. It's
This
not
banana
real
water is so
anxiety,
fresh.
it's so bad, dog.
Tisk tisk tisk. Well, yeah. So I can show anyone who's wanting to bet, of course. Um, it's
Yes, I'd like to try.
it's a nasty habit. But while we're waiting for the drinks and while we're waiting for the game to start, I guess I could tell you the rules of the game that I particularly am at this table for. We will be having guests. Whoever decides to play Hand of Fate is going to be at this table. So, um,
Get the fuck up.
if you're
Hand of Fate sounds really intimidating.
that's
Is it an easy game?
I think it's relatively easy. It is 50 gold pieces per hand, though.
Okay, I can manage.
But before we get this, I would really like to sort out. So we have how many more days until your clothes are ready from uh the tailor?
We're on day 2. So,
Day after
1,
tomorrow?
day 2. I never understand how this works.
I believe Tendi is correct. The day after tomorrow.
So we have So we're going to tomorrow day. We're going to go to the library. What is the plan at this point? Now that we know when, where, who, what, how.
Is the thought that we would go to the library to record the ritual and get a volunteer help?
Yes.
Tendi can do it.
Cindy can do it.
I have faith that Tindy could be able to do it.
Tendi is big, pouty child. I wanted to go to Disneyland energy right now.
You
I
don't
Pop-
trust
Poppy
your
sees that
miracle.
and turns to the others, big eyes. Tindy could do it.
I too believe Tendi can do it. I just don't want to risk Tendi.
Exactly. You all are putting a lot of faith in someone you've just met.
I haven't just met Cindy. I've known her
I'm
my whole
talking
life.
about Hash.
She's talking.
Oh,
She's being petty and talking
Talk
about
about Hush
me.
a lot.
It's like
we didn't just meet him. We met him a few days ago.
It's-
That's not just
it's
meeting
like
him.
she likes me or something.
Tendi looks
I
over
think
to
it's the
Poppy
opposite.
immediately and is like,
Prudence talk about Hush lots, huh?
Prudence starts rubbing
Absolutely.
her fucking temples. How have you turned them against me? It's only been a few days.
Tendi gently mage hand. Shh.
It's fine.
Prudence, maybe if you, um, just kind of, I guess let bygones be bygones and give him a shot. I guess might surprise you.
Are you giving me permission to give him a shot?
No.
No.
I mean, I was also angry at first, but um, maybe forgiveness is.
Prudence tilts up her chin. She is
Don't be
very
hot.
proud.
I
Be
don't
hot.
understand the grudge here. I
Leostin,
feel like you guys met once and then all of a sudden you were like, we're enemies. But like, you don't. Do you even know anything about each other? I
Have you
don't think
ever
that
heard
you
of
can.
first impressions?
To her
Yeah.
to her defense, it is understandable why we seem to despise each other. So I'm sure she doesn't like my tone or my look or what I am about or how I seem to be really good with everyone else in her group besides her. And I have met far too many people exactly like her, and so I'm just tired of it at this point.
also consider that you're putting an edict on top of her church. Is when you first met.
Your church. Wait, you're a worshiper, not of.
No, that was a different church, Leoston.
Was not Rava?
No.
No,
There
Rava
was
got
an
one,
edict
but
at Rava's, but
he
he didn't put
specifically
the
didn't
one.
do it.
Correct.
Oh, I see what it's just Shadowfey in general.
No.
But I mean,
Maybe.
I would assume that the assumption would be that I'm the one that placed an edict on every single church, and that's clearly not correct. I just happen to be at the wrong place, the right place at the wrong time. And now it's a whole personality. It's a good fit.
The
Prudence
Austin.
can be mad at who Prudence want to be mad at.
Prudence is going to decide to go be mad at some strangers down there. And she leaves to
Good.
go fight in the bar.
We'll get some more suckers. I mean, betters to bet for Hand of Fate. Let me go ahead and explain this game.
The Austin goes with Prudence.
Okay.
Me?
Put
Ted
a
takes a
no, I
big gulp
feel
of his
bad.
ale.
put a hand clap in chat if you are at the table.
How you do that?
Just go to
It's a lot of
emojis
money,
clap.
dog.
That works too.
Get on you, buddy. Beat the system.
Maya, all you have to do is scan this QR code and we can play at the table. All right, I'll explain the rules while people are putting in whether they're playing or not. So it is similar to Texas Hold'em. The buy-in is 50 gold pieces. Each player rolls a d12 in secret, and then keeps it from all of the other fellow players. Then each player can choose to fold and forfeit their bet, call the bet, or raise the bet if they feel confident in their roll. And then after that, after a round of betting, a d12 is rolled in the open, that is a community dice that everyone can see and use. And then again, after another round of betting, then a third d12 is rolled, now with 2 community dice out in the open, and there's another final round of betting before they have a chance to reveal the dice. The player with the highest combined value wins 80% of the pot, and 20% is contributed to the slippery nipple. No, it's called the Silk Scabbard.
Seems pretty straightforward.
All right. Well, so it looks like it's just Sin and Hosh.
Yep.
Okay. Then you are joined at the table because it's just weird to be betting against each other without any other people to possibly swindle money from. There is a tall gnome who is wearing an ungodly amount of pins on their trench coat. You've never seen a gnome this tall. And they go by the name of Questar. And then there is Shadin, Salik, and Sprig. These are various goblin tinkerer-looking folks that are half interested in the game, half interested and growing at a rapid pace. The possibility of getting enough money to have some fun in a secret room, in a comfort room. The after the drinks are handed out, you all get your drinks. The Tamaranian Tanqueray and Zorkaberry tonic is a pint of cherry red liquid with purple swirls throughout and a glowing green fruit inside.
Is it very fragrant? Like, is it really very potent?
It is incredibly potent smelling for how fruity and sugary it is.
Sin is absolutely mesmerized.
I need to make a quick Constitution saving throw.
Cindy wants to sip theirs. Do I need a con throw?
Yes, if you're going to drink it, you need to make your Constitution save. Okay.
Ooh.
Too bad you're not good at
Then-
alcohol or message, bud.
Sin had one too.
If there was, yeah, absolutely, he would have had that.
Okay.
Or he could have a sip of tendies if he didn't have that. Either way is fine.
Hosh
Can
will
Poppy
say
have a
that
sip of Cindy's?
Yeah, Hosh, you'll have to definitely, Sin, you'll have to definitely spend 2 gold as the round after the table had
And
dispersed.
doesn't have to spend 2 gold. Hosh was buying drinks.
About the first round, and everyone decided to leave.
Leofson comes back
And
and
he is
gets his
still
and
there.
Prudence drink. He does a quick drive-by, pick up their drinks, and walks away.
Okay, so all of us beat a 13. I got real close to not. Um,
Tendy and Poppy are little alcoholics over here. Shit.
Yeah.
so a Constitution saving throw DC 13. On a failure, you get a splitting headache and have disadvantage on wisdom-based rolls for the next hour. On a success, you gain the ability to float as per the levitation spell for the next hour.
Oh.
Nice.
So
Already
from
fly.
down below, Prudence, who could see 2 little triangles of ears trying so hard to get over the bar to watch her fight, suddenly sees a whole ass Tendy just slowly coming up over the bar, looking very panicked and like trying to grab onto the bar with their little claws.
Oh no. Prudence panics, seeing Cindy panicked, gets punched in the face.
It's me, I'm making the chaos.
I think all of us are floating now. So
It is
the card game is
optional.
fun.
It is,
Optional?
yeah.
Okay.
It says that you gain the ability to float. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to.
No, it's Willy Wonka up in here.
I don't think
Yeah.
Poppy I think Poppy does it, but she doesn't realize that she does it because she's used to flying.
Yeah, Poppy's just like, oh, Tendy, you're a Fae now.
Okay, so Sin, I need you
The
to
dragon.
roll a. Uh, okay, this is gonna be kind of hard. I need you to roll a d12, not in the dice tower and not in the dice box, so that way I don't see. Um, that way I don't see what you have gained or what you have.
Okay, so where am I rolling this?
Um, you could roll it anywhere in fantasy grounds other than right there. Oh, okay, that was Prudence. Never mind.
I only know of one place to roll. I guess 2 places if you include the dice tower.
So if you just roll it in, just on top of Midgard, not in any window or anything, just in the regular
Okay.
big giant space, it will stop on a number before it fades away.
Okay, I got the number.
I've got mine as well. I need to jot mine down because I'm also running for 1, 2, 3, 4 other NPCs. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, here we go. Okay, that was me. And then NPCs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blah.
Settle down.
Jordan's trying to run a real game. Meanwhile, we're doing a fucking subplot over here.
Hey, you gotta find a way to entertain yourself.
That's true. Okay. So the first everyone. So you and Hosh throw in 50 gold. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. The pot is 300 gold pieces.
Nice.
There's for now it's 300 gold. So there is the first round of betting. Um, Hosh doesn't. Hosh will just like do the thing where you just call. You don't actually raise the bet. The NPCs also they call. Sin, what do you do?
He's gonna bet.
How much more are you gonna bet?
He's gonna toss 20 more in there.
So 20 more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hosh will go ahead and add his 20, and one of them adds their 20. 3 of them drop out. So it's just you, Hosh, and Questar at this point. Shadin, Salik, and Sprig are like, Nah, and they spend this round oogling and ogling the people walking by. Okay.
Questa, I like your pins.
Oh, thank you. They say it's flair, and I want to make sure I have the most flair.
I think you're succeeding.
You know, most people say that that I look. They notice the tallness before they notice all the pins. You have a remarkable eye, my friend, but unfortunately, probably a very bad hand. All right. Second roll.
All right.
Community dice is a 7.
You said community dice?
Yeah,
This time?
this is all of us to use for the third dice. So community dice. Hosh calls. So does Questar. So it comes back to you, Sin. You notice that well everyone called at first. You put in a bet, and then these two met. The other three did not. The other three bowed out. So
Okay. He leans over to Hosh. Do you think I should call?
well, it's a bit taboo to talk about it openly at a table, but Questar, I'm sure you don't mind. No, not at all. I'm just glad nobody's making any mention of the fact that I am just a very tall gnome. All right. Well, in this case, Sin, if you realize, he explains the last round of betting where you have, where everyone called. You try to feel out what everyone else might have. Um, like you know what you have, and now you know what the community die is. You can only imagine that perhaps maybe someone has exactly what you have, better than what you have, or less than what you have. And the trick is for this game is trying to be able to suss out the bluffers from those who are in fact not bluffing.
I see.
So, I would say, I think we could play this rather. It's now just the three of us. So if you call, then the pot won't get any bigger, but at the same time, it won't be just the three of us throwing in a whole bunch of money just for one person.
Okay. I'll go ahead and call then.
Wonderful. All right, and then the person who is at least at the table rolling the next community dice rolls a 4.
Okay, then I need to roll again.
No. This is the last round of betting. So with what
Gotcha.
you have, +7, +4, do you think you have the highest number between everyone at the table? I'm going to go ahead and call. Questar is like, me too. And that comes back to you, Sin.
Okay, I'll call.
Wonderful. So we may have spent a little more than usual, but we kept it rather safe. You could see how the game is played. Go ahead and I'll go ahead and start. I had an 11 on mine, so that is a total of 22. Questar goes, fiddlesticks. I had a 9, so mine is 20. I was so close. And then Sin, what did you have on your roll?
I had a 10.
Oh dear me. Okay.
So I guess
21.
I guess you won.
All right. Well, that's 360 gold pieces. You know, he looks over at Questar and goes, you feel like he wants to say something, but he kind of holds his tongue for the time being. Hosh's takeaway is 288 gold.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm typing these as notes as I go, so that way I can be able to see.
You're gonna make everyone miss my hysterical joke.
Jordan, your notes are interrupting our important
Busy.
We're having an RP.
Okay, well, I'm glad. So we'll go through we'll do another. We can do a couple. We'll see. We'll do since it's just you and me, and then the 4 other NPCs. We'll do at the very end. We'll do 2 more rolls to consider 2 more rounds,
Okay.
to see if you can gain back some gold.
Yep.
Okay, so we go down to what's everyone else doing? Everyone's floating around, having a good old time.
I
Let's
think
look at the
Poppy
chat.
punched someone,
Yes.
but then helped him so well that someone gave her 20 gold, and Tandy prestidigitized the sound of someone clapping, which made all of the other drunks start clapping for Poppy. And
Mm.
the friend's name is Samuel Bamuel, and so Sam Bam said, "Thank you, ma'am." Also, Prudence and Leofston are in the ring. You don't know which F word it is. We're assuming it's fighting, but no one can tell.
It's a little mix of
Filibustering.
both.
They're filibustering in the ring, and Tendi is hanging on to the bar thing for dear life because they are absolutely like upside down floating and a little panicked, to be honest.
Okay. So it is at that point. So okay, Leoston and Prudence, you guys signed up for fighting.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
At this point, we're fighting each other.
Oh, you're just fighting each other. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say
I mean,
you
we
could.
can fight. We can fight more people too. We've got plenty of fighting to go around.
There's tons of fighting.
I think with you guys fighting together and kind of working a system through the bookie, you guys can make it to where you each make like 50 gold.
Oh hell yeah!
Just for be like, well, one of us has to lose. Which one it's going to be is up to you, I guess, Leofton. You Prudence. But you guys will end up making 50 gold, splitting the whatever profits between, or not, and maybe that just is the beginning of the downfall, which is what Hosh wants this whole time. Or does he?
No, my love is so strong.
Keep you on your toes. And then Poppy made 20 gold, right?
Yep.
Okay.
She donated it to charity immediately, is what I said.
It's true, she did.
There
just
is
so happened to be a guy there that was taking donations for a charity.
there is at this point wow.
Big dad
Tendi.
energy on this guy.
Tendi, you upside down notice a couple of loud, like purposefully loud chairs, wood on wood, like scooting back as there are people that are about 3 people that begin to approach you from the table. They seem, I would say, everyone up on the upper deck can make a perception roll. Everyone on the lower deck would make it with disadvantage, and you need to get a 16.
Where am
Oh
I?
dear.
I don't
Where
know
are-
what I got.
Where are you? You tell me.
I'm probably on.
Oh dear.
You're on the upper deck.
I'm on the upper deck. Okay.
Oh no.
Perception at just regular.
Yep.
That's persuasion. I always almost click perception.
And we're
I
on
mean,
the upper deck
persuasion.
then?
Yes.
Yeah, we're on the upper deck.
Okay.
17. Why am I
Nice.
rolling well? What is happening?
Because
Hell
it's
yeah.
your best friend.
Because nothing's on the line right now, but it's about to be. Okay, so this is where we're gonna end it. But Poppy, you're on the upper deck, right?
Uh huh.
You see what is clearly, just by memory of their outlook alone, members of the Cloven Nine that are making their way towards an upside down floating Poppy.
Tendi.
Me?
Tendi,
Tendi.
sorry, Tendi.
Oh no.
Twice he forgot my name.
Listen,
All magic users look the same.
All the small things.
And
Do we have to in here though? Because like.
one of them gets up to you, Tendi, and rolls up his sleeves, going, "Oh, I thought I told you we weren't gonna see you round here again."
I told you. Nobody listens to Prudence.
Well,
Actually, we all did listen. We went
How
against
the
it anyway.
turntables.
Tell you what, before your friends notice that we're here,
I've noticed.
are you gonna leave now, or are we going to make you all leave. And he's speaking right to Tendy. It's 50-50.
Why are you giving the buy at 50-50? This was a mistake.
Yeah, no, see, I got
I can't do anything. I'm upside down floating. Where am I gonna go?
he asked if you were going to leave immediately or if they're going to make you leave, make you
Yeah,
want to leave.
Ted is floating upside down.
It's not an answer. It's one or the other.
Teddy's just not gonna answer that.
Let go and float away. What are they gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Send me to hell? I'm already not going.
Right.
Tendy,
Well,
let's go.
Okay.
This is a good idea, actually. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It seems we've got ourselves a fight, boys, and then we will pick up on that
We can
next
tell she's
time.
leaving?
Yes,
I'm
bye.
leaving.
Yeah.
You're floating upwards. That's not.
They have no choice.
Exit stage top.
There's no top.
Yeah,
There-
then I'm definitely leaving, aren't I?
Or unless we want to do this like Willy Wonka style and have a big giant bladed fan spinning at the very top.
Is that what the bets are on? Are people not betting on the fight? They're betting to see who gets the fan first? Of all these random drunks that chose the wrong drink?
Oh my god, I love that.
Who gets fanned? We'll have to find out next time on Midgard.